You might be watching this because you're unhappy with the person you are today. You are not happy, you're not proud, and you want to change that. You want to be admirable and start seeing some positive things happen in your life. In this video, we will look at what we need to do to create the new you. Someone who is confident, disciplined, hardworking, and successful. The first part of this journey is to examine the pros and cons. I want you to get a piece of paper, get something to write on, and write down the pros and cons of your life and your abilities. What are the good things you are doing right now? For example, maybe you have good grades in school, maybe you're actually trying to work on something, maybe you're motivated. What is a good quality, a good trait that you want to carry on to this new person you're creating? And then comes the cons. What are the things that are holding you back from being the best self you could be? Write this out on the other side. Maybe you're not disciplined, maybe you're lazy, maybe you continue to procrastinate and push things off your schedule when you know that you need to do them. This is the starting point. This is the structure that we need to start working to create the new self we are. And understand that most likely you're going to have more cons on the side than the pros, but just realize that that's going to change. With the new person that you're working on, you are going to change that. The second thing we need to do is start writing everything out. After examining the cons in your life, start writing out what you need to cut out. If you said that you're unmotivated, if you say that you're lazy, if you said that you're disciplined, if you said that you procrastinate, write that out and start crossing out how you're going to stop doing those things. The goal is to create all pros and very little cons in the new self you're creating. If you have pros from the self that you are right now, then carry that with you. There's no wrong with having a pro in your life and moving on with it and continuing with it. The goal at hand is to just get all those cons and to flip them into pros. But the thing with this is, if we have a really bad habit that we've continued on for a lot of our life, it's going to be very hard to cut it out. It's going to take time, it's going to take patience to eliminate that habit. You might have another day when you start doing it again when you didn't mean to. You're having a great week, you're being productive, you're starting to see the pros align, and then one of those cons sneaks back into your life, and you start doing it again. You start doing the thing that held you back from being your best self. You don't want that feeling because that's how everyone fails on working on themselves. They start being productive and then they feel all defeated when another con enters back into their life. What you need to do is just keep your head up and push past it and eliminate it again. I also recommend that you ask yourself, if I continue this habit, will it benefit me in any way? If the answer to that is yes, continue to do it. If the answer to that is no, then you already know what to do, just cut it out of your life. The hard thing with this is this can also be people. A lot of people are holding ourselves back. Sometimes, unfortunately, you're gonna have to cut those people out. If you want to be the best person you can be, cut the people out that are causing you not to be. The third thing we need to do is build our routine. After having all the pros and no cons in your life now, after drawing this out and after planning this, you need to start putting that into action. Start creating a daily routine that will have all these pros into your life. A lot of them may be habits, maybe it's starting to go to the gym, maybe it's starting to meditate, maybe it's starting to journal, maybe read, whatever. Just structure it out throughout your day, and no one is ever going to have an exact copy of this. Don't try and copy someone else's daily routine. Your life is way different than another person's. So just build it for your time, build it for your structure. For me personally, I wake up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. to go to the gym. Reason to this is because I go before I have to go to school. Just because I do this doesn't mean you have to do this. I would not wish it onto anybody, but you don't have to do it. Set up your schedule that will fit you. And if you want to make some improvements, if you want to make some drastic change, down the line you'll have the ability to change your schedule or change your routine to be more difficult, to be more improving, to impact your life even more and make it more beneficial to you. Maybe you start working out in the mornings instead of the afternoon. Maybe you start journaling at the end of the day instead of just randomly. Build a structure around you and the pros that you've created. This is the building block, this is the structure, this is the foundation to creating the new you want to be. All you did was just write out the pros that you want to carry on with your life, and then start planning on how you're going to put them into action. But something with this, and I need you to understand this is not a one-day thing. You may feel so motivated, you may still feel like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna change my whole life right now by writing all this out. But you have to understand, it's going to be difficult starting. You're going to have a very, very tough time starting this out. And if you are really motivated, then you're gonna have some motivation, you're gonna be doing well, but you have to understand there's going to be an off day coming. You will still make mistakes, you will still have those off days, you will still have those times when you go out with a friend. Instead of dwelling on these off days, focus on how you can bounce back. Find the motivation in yourself to continue. Why would you want to return back to the person you hated most? You want to be with the person that makes you proud, makes you happy of the person you are. It may sound tempting, it may feel great if you wanted to go back to that comfortable life that you used to live, but you know deep down how much you don't like that person, and you know how much you really like the productive you. So all you need to do is find the motivation and get back to the person you just were. Say to yourself that I need to continue living the life that I want to live. I cannot let one mistake, one off day ruin me. At number 4, we have building skills and traits. With the new routine you created, you're gonna feel very proud, you're gonna be healthy, you're gonna be productive, you're gonna feel great, you're gonna be so excited about everything. And that's what we want, that's what we've been working for. Once you get this feeling, you're never gonna wanna turn back. And with the pros that we're building in our life and the pros that you've listed out and started to build your routine around, this will guide you to set new goals to become a better self, and to just keep adding pros to the list. Developing traits like leadership, discipline, entrepreneurship. Anything you want to set your mind to, you have the tools to do that. The bad self of you could not do those things. All those cons could not achieve the goals you want to achieve. The only person that can achieve those things is the new you. All I ask is just continue with your day-to-day cycle that you've just created, this new routine, all these pros in your life, and you're going to see results. Don't expect results in the first day, the first week. Be patient with it, be consistent with it, and understand that you don't want to be the person that you didn't like. You want to be the person that you would admire to be around. Be the person you've been missing in your life. You have so much potential, so much abilities to do anything. That con person could not do those things. Find that pro self of you, and you are going to achieve great things, I promise you. And you will never turn back to that past self. It'll be tempting. It'll be tempting to go back to comfort, to eat the donut, to do all this other stuff. But once you're so far into this productive journey and know the potential that you have, you will never turn back. I hope this video has helped you become a better self. And like always, my friends, always embrace the journey.